South African Police Services spokesperson Athlenda Mathe has applauded the work of police officers in dealing with cash and transit heists. This follows this morning's shootout, or last night's shootout, between police and suspected CIT robbers on the Johannesburg M1 South. One suspect was killed while two others have been arrested.
We are dealing decisively with these criminals nationwide through our high-density operations, known as Operation Shanela. We are disrupting these highly organized and sophisticated criminal networks that are involved in a spate of aggravated robberies throughout the country, including your cash and transit heists. Every week we've seen our police officers working closely with key stakeholders in the fight against crime to trace and take down these syndicates. In Makhado, we took down 19 suspects. We arrested 5. In Hoedspruit, we took down 4. We arrested 3. In this particular operation on the M1 South, the CIT heist took place at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the Springs area. By 8 o'clock, our police officers had traced and tracked down these particular suspects on the M1 South. A shootout ensued. One suspect was shot and killed. 2 were arrested. 3 rifles were recovered. So this just tells us that our intelligence-driven operations are yielding positive results. Our intelligence operatives are on the ground. They are better coordinated. And we are more than ready to take down more syndicates as we prepare to usher in the busy festive period.
Professor Jacob Mofokeng is a security expert at Tshwane University of Technology, and he joins us now to take a look at this particular issue of cash and transit heists in South Africa. Thank you very much, Prof, for your time. As you would have heard, the spokesperson of the South African Police Services, Athlenda Mathe, speaking about highly organized and sophisticated operations. What does highly organized and sophisticated mean when it comes to crime?
Well, good afternoon, Dudu and newsroom viewers. Well, it refers to well-coordinated stakeholders. We are talking about the Hawks, crime intelligence, the South African Police Service, whereby, whenever there is such incident of CIT, they will be able to be dispatched within a reasonable time to be able to apprehend, the assailants. So that is holistically what it means by that. And what we have seen with this particular incident, that within 3 hours that has been committed, the police was able to apprehend this particular group of people on the M1 South.
The robbers, it could also be very well argued, are highly organized and sophisticated. What do we know about the networks of cash and transit heists? Is there anything at all that we are uncovering? Because it's one thing to catch them 3 hours after the fact. We don't even know where the money is.
Yes, recently there is a report that indicates how vulnerable South Africa is in terms of highly organized criminal networks that are operating in South Africa. So, globally, we are listed as number 7 in Africa, as number 3, and Southern as number 1 in terms of how these criminal networks are operating in South Africa and the ability of law enforcement to be able to apprehend. We need to be aware that whenever there will be so-called heist or cash in transit, we see the emergence of very professional individuals that will be able to study the operations of these security companies that are distributing money or collecting money. So it is not, what we see are also the use of high caliber, assault rifles, and the manner, the modus operandi in which these acts of violence are executed. It shows a trend whereby they are very professionals, and then they are also growing in terms of number as well as the manner in which they execute these kinds of activities. They are quite very violent. So it is an attempt by the South African Police Service to be able to apprehend these individuals, considering that, you'll never know, which place are they going to hit. What we can see is that there's been an increase of 40% in Gauteng as well as 24%, nationally. And we really commended the manner in which the South African Police Service was able within that particular short period of time to apprehend as well as, to be able to stop these people.
Prof, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Professor Jacob Mofokeng is a security expert with the Tshwane University of Technology.